And then his kids is asking questions. So it's like he like I don't even know what to say. So that was kind of like disheartening about the whole thing, man. But I'm for Jacksonville. Everything gets shot up.
Oh, Lord.
Everything.
Oh, Lord.
Like,
Yeah, it was right there. I was on my godson, and then I guess maybe the only fucked up thought I had is I got his mom right there, but I'm holding him, so I'm like, I gotta take out him. I'm way faster than her. So for a second, yeah, I had him like this. I smooth. I was stiff on somebody anyway because they like almost knocked us over. I'm like, nigga, we not finna fall. I mean, sorry for whoever that was, but we not finna fall. So I'm running, and then I'm like, oh shit, where is she at? And I'm looking, so I stopped, and I just saw like this, and I'm like, all right. And then I see her, and I hand him off, up out there, and I ran back over there, because I know what to do in that situation.
Yeah.
But when I ran back over there, I know what I saw, and I know what the people around him, or around the individual was thinking. I'm already knowing, unfortunate. So I'm sitting there like, and then we just move people back while they're doing it, but like, it's already a situation. So then it's just like, all right, I sat there, just like literally just, I don't know if you saw me, I sat there, I was sitting there just like this, and I was like, all right. I just start grabbing trash, start cleaning up while everybody doing it, because what else you would do?
You looked. Yeah, and it was a look of exhaustion, frustration, and just you were tired, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I could see it in your face, and I think I looked at you, like you said, looked at you at one point, and we just was like it wasn't nothing else to say.
Cause you sprint, cause like I literally boom hand right over there, and I'm over there. I'm like, not for nothing, but I see the moment that what y'all doing don't matter,
right?
And I know how to, you know what I mean. So in your head, like, all right, bet. You gonna run back over there, and then it's like, all right, well, and you know, his brother right there, his brother like holding on his leg, like yelling at him, get up and all that. But like, I mean, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Tell his brother he gone?
Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? So we just start cleaning up.
And Ball, you made a good point about that look of defeat, because I actually saw Kovu the next day, and I was looking at him, and I was like, you know, we need to remember to check in on ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, as protectors, providers, we're so worried about checking in on our friends and checking in on, you know, whoever else was at the event. But when I was checking in on other people, I was like, did you guys check in on yourself? What are you doing today to take care of your mental health, to get that self-care? Are you talking to somebody? Are you processing? Like, a lot of people weren't processing and didn't have the time or the space to process. I think that's important that we...
Motherfucker traumatized the whole community.
Yeah, we provide that
and you
for
don't
each other.
know...
You traumatized the implants. You traumatized the natives. Everybody was traumatized at the same time, and it sucks that had to happen realistically. And it's hard. You can't even necessarily be mad at nobody. Can't say, oh, them crackers came up here and did X, Y, Z, or nobody. It's just like, fuck. People doing dumb shit, bro.
So like, I would ask you, how long does those, like, as far as the traumatic stuff like that, how long does stuff? 'Cause I think something wrong with my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my daughter went from crying in the car to when the time we got him, she said, can I tell her what happened? I just want to tell her what happened. Like, she was excited. And then the next day, my son is playing with Nerf guns and water guns the next day. Like, is something wrong with my kids?
Yeah.
They always say kids are quote unquote resilient, but sometimes for children in that moment, they're not gonna have questions. Things like that don't register, and so sometimes it could be days, months, it could be years.
Yeah. Everyone processes things very differently, especially kids. Like, you know, as kids, they don't know what trauma is. They don't know what PTSD is. They don't know what any of those things are, but you start to see those patterns show up in other places. Like, maybe they're scared to go out to the store, or maybe they're scared to be in public places, or maybe they have anxiety. So those things can trickle onto adulthood if you don't address it, you know, while they're young. So yeah, they might be playing with Nerf guns and doing those things, but having those conversations, sitting down and providing that space and seeing like, hey, maybe you do need a couple of therapy sessions. Like, nothing's wrong with getting your kids therapy so that these things don't show up as adults. Because a lot of people do have social anxiety, or, you know, because of situations like this.
Yeah. I spoke to my daughter. My daughter was like, no, I'm not going no big places no more. She'll tell you that straight up. She's 9. She'll tell you, no, I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
I was in my first hit out of 8, and y'all seen me out there Saturday, and everybody kept walking up to me like, "You okay? You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just chilling."
Yeah.
I couldn't move. When all those people, like at first when it was a little light, I was up having fun. When it started getting way too crowded, I don't know what triggered inside of me, but I didn't want to move. I just wanted to sit there and just watch. Yeah. Something inside of me, maybe it was PTSD. I don't know what it was, but like somebody was saying where they was from, Jacksonville. St. Louis, dude, I've been in shootouts, man.
Yeah, I've been in.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't remember. I remember the first one. I was 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? When I saw somebody brains hit a tree next to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was 8. I was 8, man, and I never even sat the time out to say, damn, I've seen some shit, bro. Like, I got shot when I was 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen shit all my life, and then in that moment, all those people start coming. Started thinking like you. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking sad, dog. That we can't. We it's like a capacity in our minds.
I can't even go to Costco on Saturday.
But it's like you feel like, I mean, like,
I cry to grocery store.
I feel like it's not just because it's like it's a bunch of black people there. It's like if you, like you're saying, ain't from out here, like you know, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it in the air. Like you know, you don't know what it is, but it's a shift that happened and you aware of it. And then it's not, you don't want nothing to happen, you know. But it's like yeah, you gotta go ahead, get up out.
It's an intuition that we all kind of
have. and it's I don't think it's just because we all come together, and you know what I'm saying. I don't think it's just because of bunch.
I don't think I was tripping because I could tell the difference between being like shot at and shot around.
Yeah.
So
like different.
Like instantly, I knew that I wasn't being shot at. I knew I was being shot around, and that's what I guess kept me from being necessarily in my fight or flight situation. I'm more concerned on where my fiance is at, and then where y'all at, because I know it's not around me, because I could, you know when you being shot at. When you start hearing the motherfucking bees, nigga, you is being shot at. You feel me? So it's just like I said, man. It was more so. I'm more traumatized in a sense of caring about how y'all interact with it, like hearing y'all stories and how y'all reaction. That shit kind of like pains me, because I don't want y'all going through that type of shit. You feel me? And that's the only wild part. Like, this nigga, like, one decision like really fucked up a community, and like I'm gonna definitely put a little stain, as in like it's a generation of kids that's gonna grow up remembering this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The frustration afterwards, I don't remember saying all the shit, but I know y'all probably heard me screaming. Tay said I was going off. He said I was not to be insensitive in that moment, but I was like, I remember saying something like, he had to fucking do it now, or something like that. Like, if you was gonna get him, you had to do it now. You know what I'm saying? Kids were everywhere, dog. Like that situation in St. Louis, I'm pretty sure 10 people wasn't targeted, but 10 people got hit. You know what I'm saying? When you just you know what I'm saying? You just shooting, bro. They just be shooting, no respect for nothing. Ty, you want to hit on some crime stuff. Want to get into this mental thing you got going on here?
Oh yeah, 2 things.
Okay.
Just piggybacking off of what Joey said, it's like that event just stained and soiled like the future representation of Juneteenth for a lot of the youth and adults themselves. I think the saddest thing was just like waking up with that trauma. Like, niggas can't have shit, and the one thing for us just got kind of tainted with
I would say for me, it's not a color thing. If I'm around too many white people, some I'm nervous too. I've been to Asian parties. I'm like, no, it's too many Asians here. I don't know what's going on. What's finna happen? I don't know what it is. It's not a color thing to me, man.
It's too much of something.
It's too much of something, man.
I'm not.
I don't know what's
I
finna
went
happen.
to a barn party in Alabama.
Why you doing that?
I was the only nigga. Like, it was like them niggas. We was on a farm. I went with some of my Marines, and they're like, "Yeah, we going to a party." I'm like, "All right, we ride."
You
for
share
a
your
long ass
location?
time. No, this was 4 locations.
Yeah, virtual location.
Nigga, we was out that bitch in a barn, and my friend, he was the only. I went with another black Marine. He was like, I hear banjos. Every time he would walk up.
You hear banjos?
He'll walk with me and he be like, I hear the banjos. That just, I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
You up.
How we end up in Alabama?
Damn.
No.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was that whole event. Like, it fucked me up.
Yeah.
In the moment, like, I feel like I didn't have any emotion. Like, I'm in the car with Sean, his family, and everybody. His daughter is feeling her emotions. She's expressing how she feels. His wife is expressing her emotions. Honestly, she was throwing up. Sean was frustrated and shit.
I was mad as hell.
And I'm just sitting there calm as hell. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I thought something was wrong with me. I called my doctor the next day. I said, Doc, I think the meds you got me on make me feel numb.
You know what?
Because I didn't feel anything.
Tori, it's funny you said that because I wanted to talk about, like she was saying, some people react to everything differently, of course.
Yeah, I felt
people
numb.
left there and went out that night.
First of all, nigga, don't call me out.
Well, and that was something that was something that remember we went out to eat and I asked, "Oh, where we going now?" And I was like, and you said I don't remember the exact words, but like if people want to go out tonight, they're crazy.
Yeah.
And honestly, that day was a day for me to do those type of things. Yeah. And like I said, I didn't feel anything. Like as far as the emotions, I didn't feel any of that. I was ready. I was ready for war because when it all happened, like Sean said his story, I saw all of that happen, your niece and everything. I saw it all. It was in slow motion. It was. I don't know whose phone it was. Somebody dropped their phone when they were running. I grabbed it. I had my phone and that phone. It was either Sean's or his wife's, right? I had those two phones. I went back. I went the opposite direction into whatever the fuck was going on. Or what everybody else was running away from, I went back because I didn't have my nephew. Yeah. You know, and I was like, nah. And I called him. And then once I got him on the phone, and then his son, you know, he got a lot of kids.
Yeah,
and his other son.
Everybody calling, man.
His other son calling on that phone I picked up. And I have his other son on the on the other phone with my nephew. I was like, okay, now I feel like I can leave this area because they're not there. They talking about some water. I don't know where the water was at, but we was gonna go away from the event. But in my mind, like the crazy thing, like Kovu said, something. Yeah. Now I'm not saying I thought that something would like this was going to happen, but before I left the car, I told my nephew, say, remember where the car is at. Do I know why I fucking said that? Right. No. I just say, hey, remember where the car is at. But now I realize there's more times than this one. I've been in another situation like this. They shot in a club. It was New Year's. Back home, I jumped the bar, got my sister, but my younger brother was there from Japan. He didn't have a cell phone. Before I went in, I said, take my cell phone. I'm going to be with my sister. We got a phone here. Then they start shooting. He had my phone. I was able to reach him. But my mind always is working on some, I don't know. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, because we're going to get the fuck out of here.
In us, because I definitely,
we're going to get the fuck out of here.
I definitely have an escape plan. I tell Marissa all the time, I say, hey, if shit get froggy in
Popping
this bitch.
off.
All the military dudes went back. I know this.
On me.
Yeah. All of us went back.
Right. And then,
but the thing is, when it's going on, I'm not thinking in fear.
You're not thinking that.
So the first thing I thought was, I couldn't see my fiance, but I know she's supposed to stay where I see. So the thing is, I'm thinking, in the first probably 3 seconds, I'm thinking, if I bend this corner, she down, what's the first thing I'm supposed to do? Because I can't be focusing on, oh, my fiance hurt, oh, da-da-da, because if I'm focusing on that and I'm the closest trained person to her, and I'd rather it be me, I need to focus on what I need to do next.
Right.
And those are the things that I was worrying about. So when I bent the corner, seen her up and she's doing good, okay, what's the next thing I need to do for her? Because I want to come back for y'all niggas. But the thing is,
priorities.
My priorities is her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got to get her to the car. And by the time I get to the car, by then she hoping my adrenaline don't calm down. But no, I'm ready to go, nigga. She like, no, don't go back.
I know my brothers was there, and they said they found your son, and he was screaming, have you seen my siblings?
Have you seen my
Bro,
siblings?
no, that was me. Like that shit.
Yeah.
Now that I go back and tell this story, it sounds so funny because as a black person, I do equate like trauma with humor. Yeah. So when I go back and tell this story, it's funny as shit. Cause like when I did get my nephew on the phone, he was like, I said, "Where you at?" He said, "We're running for our lives." We're running for our lives. And then once I got to the parking lot, I seen your oldest son. He was on the phone with me as well. He was like, "Where are my siblings?"
Where are my siblings?
What the hell going on here?
He'll never talk like that.
But you're right that he'll talk like that.
Never talk like that.
Well, he said that shit. Where are my siblings?
Yeah.
I'm really glad it wasn't a mass shooting though.
No, and I think that was a part of my mind because The first shooting was like, in my thought process, it was like people who shoot, they run from the event. If I hear the guns continue to go off, they probably sticking around. But I heard 5 shots, pop, 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 whatever the case was, and I didn't hear no more. So I thought that they weren't sticking around. So I that's why I went back to get my nephew.
That's why
Have they caught him?
Like I talked to my,
They have not.
I talked to my, what is it called? The one that give you the medicine. The
psychiatrist.
I talked to him.
When they give you the medicine.
Yeah.
I'm on anxiety medicine because after COVID, that shit was all fucked up.
I get it.
But anyway, so I told him, I was like, I felt like I was numb. Like I didn't have any emotions. He was like, no, that's parental instincts. I ain't got no kids.
So that's a good point, Tori. So do you think that black people are desensitized to situations?
I thought that was happening to me because I had it before and I felt desensitized. But he reassured me that it was just a parental instinct. But like you said before, I was tired of shit the next day.
I felt
But I
more
had a
fucked
good
up than
night's
didn't
sleep.
feel.
I was
don't know why
good.
tired.
I
was
went up
tired
to the
as
club.
fuck.
Kobe, what did you say?
I didn't feel fucked up about the situation. I felt fucked up that I didn't feel fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I know why I didn't feel fucked up. But I'm like, I'm expecting that shit out here. I know, whatever. But I think I was more so like, damn, I don't feel shit.
Yeah.
I'm not like, and I just.
It was
that
a
my
rush
thing.
for me.
I was just like,
I ain't even gonna hold you. It was a
I'm talking
rush.
about after all the shit went down.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like later on that night. I'm sitting there. I'm like,
No,
I
it's
try to take pride in being like emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
And in that moment, I didn't feel like my emotions were in the right place.
Right.
Because my emotion was anger, and it should have been, fear. I guess you know what I'm saying.
that was a lot. but that's
Marissa
the-
was
that was the
shaking
other
trying to
thing.
light that blunt too.
That's the other thing though. Watching that though, it was a
That's
lot.
why baby like the
You
blunt.
spoke to emotional intelligence, and I think that's like something within our community anyway. Like it's a talking point because like while all that was happening, it's a lot of niggas out there like you said like emotional intelligence is something I've recently started getting into that and like learning on that within the last couple years. But like it's a lot of niggas who ain't got that, and so watching niggas out there be sad and be hurt, but only know how to show anger.
Yeah.
It's a lot of niggas out there that was angry and was turning up, but they eyes wasn't angry.
No, it was pain.
Like it's a lot of pain. Like niggas is like they then the police show up and niggas is trying to go out the police heads, but they trying to go out the police head because they hurt and they sad, but they only can show anger.
Yeah.
And like all the niggas that was mad out there, none of them niggas' eyes was angry.
That's why I said, as far as like being calm and cool, man, that's why I said I love what Joy did. Like him and his wife, they already talked about the shit.
Yeah.
Just being prepared. So it was crazy that, like I said, my 11-year-old was with Tori's nephew. Tori's nephew's phone died. My son, and the thing about I try to tell him, try to draw that line in that technology. I make my sons and my daughter remember everybody's phone number. You will remember this. It was not gonna be stored on the phone. Yeah. So when her nephew's phone died, he was able to just snatch somebody up. Yo, let me get your phone real quick, real cool, and was able to just call me off of memory, call his mom off of memory. So just knowing everybody's number, not just relying on the technology to have it. So just being prepared for it, man.
It fucked me up because a lot of things happened that just kind of fell into place that day. I feel like, because it really messed with my mind. Like, you dropped the phone. They dropped the phone. They was gone.
Oh, yeah, the
if
wife
I
was
would
gone.
have kept going, that phone would have been gone. That's the same phone that he called and remembered that number. If I hadn't picked that fucking phone up and went back, then we wouldn't have been able to. It would just been a longer process. I'm sure we would have found her, but it would have been a longer process. That really is fucking with me right now because, like, why did I pick that phone up? It is a dangerous situation. I should have just took my ass off and ran. Fuck everything. I left my damn T-shirt I bought. Yeah. I'm mad about that.
Everything.
Red Cup Gang. Can I get another T-shirt?
You don't find out who you really are until certain situations pop off, man. You find out what the fuck is inside you. So I think instinctually that happened. But I want to talk to Lex about something because we're talking about the aftermath of certain situations. And like I said with my niece, when she was like, I don't ever want to go nowhere with a lot of people again. Like, what would you tell a child? I know you work in the mental health field. What would you tell someone who's been traumatically going through something like what we just went through? Like,
well, first, everyone processes things differently. So when someone goes through a traumatic event, as you hear people saying, some people are like, I was scared, I was mad, I didn't feel anything. So first you have to see like how you are feeling in that moment, but really just trying to get over that fear. So slowly starting to enter back into bigger spaces, more crowded spaces, whether that is, the grocery store or going to events, and then getting them professional help. Like, it's okay as Black people to get therapy. There is 2 organizations in San Diego that are run by Black women. There is Open Heart Leaders, and there's Urban Restoration Counseling Center, where women like myself, there's Black therapists, there's Hispanic therapists that are here and understand like these traumas that we are facing today, and also generational traumas that, you know, we deal with.
Generational traumas is a bitch.
Still
Yeah.
there on me.
Like,
So when you do work in the field you work in, I know you talk to adults. When they tell, how do you deal with this? You talking about just everybody being desensitized to a lot of stuff. Do you see that more and more now with the youth? Do you think they're more desensitized because of the internet or because of, you know, is it something like that?
I actually see it more in adults.
Oh.
I feel like this younger generation is really all about like expressing their feelings and being true to themselves. But my 25 and up clients are the ones that are having a hard time breaking that generation cycle of just like keeping it in and nah, I'm good and I'm resilient and I gotta be strong and I have to be this. So really it is, you know, the older generations that I see that in. But it does pass down to your kids, so you gotta break that cycle.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I had to tell my homegirl to let her little son cry.
What you mean?
Well, cause she like, you need to stop crying, cause he gonna grow up to be weak. I'm like, no, let him cry. Let that boy cry. Cause if you don't let him express himself, he's gonna grow up and not know how to express himself. And then gonna marry a woman and not know how to express himself. So like, ain't nothing wrong with letting that little boy cry and get it out and then explain to him how to process his feelings. You know what I'm saying? But
education is the most important thing. Educate your kids on what they're feeling, and then teaching healthy coping skills. Like even with ourselves, like if you feel like you're having an anxiety attack, look into it and see what works for you.
Kovu, you in the community with like expressions and everything like that. Like you say, y'all do a lot of different things now. Being in the community, working in the community, what do you think? What steps can we take going forward to help each other heal as a community when things like this happen? So next year, like I was saying, even me, right now, if you ask me to go back out there next year, I probably won't go. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a different location, maybe I feel differently, right? So as you work in the community, what do you think we can do as a community to feel more?
I don't feel safe right there. All right, cool. This is where I'm at with it. And then be open to exploring what would make you feel that way. And just be open with that process, because I feel like in terms of like Black expression, the reason why we've been able to go, I think we about to be like 6 or 7 years old, some shit like that. The reason why we've been able to go to where we've been able to, the things we've been able to do, and have the types of conversations and stuff we've been able to do is because we fucking honest. Like, I don't pretend like I know everything. I also don't act like I'm an angel.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you gotta be, that vulnerability, that's what it is.
I like that.
You gotta be vulnerable, and then that allows the space for people.
Yeah, it's hard to trick real Black people, man. If you ain't real Black people don't feel it. It's hard to trick us, dog.
Yeah,
So.
Is there a Juneteenth parade?
Something in the air.
Is there you know what? I like that.
What about a parade?
Boogie said, is there a Juneteenth
Shit, is there a
parade?
Juneteenth parade?
We
We should start a
one.
fucking parade.
I kind of like that idea.
You know what I mean? Just walk past me. That's what fuck home. You feel what I'm saying?
Let's have a parade.
And we done.
But when we go to
Wrap
the
this thing
parade,
up.
Hey,
Right?
I like that.
whole bunch of nigga shit.
why not?
No, we can have that's a good idea. We gonna wrap the show.
You can put the fraternity.
Talk about ideas.
You can put the fraternities and the sororities in that shit. You know what I mean?
Let's do
Like,
it.
no, I'm sick of them niggas.
Oh, look, we can
You
do a
a
float
hater.
contest.
parade.
Yeah,
Do
we
floats
got
and stuff
one.
like that. That's what I'm saying. Let's have a parade, bro.
I want to see the low riders.
Yeah, let's have a parade.
See that. That's what they did on the
Bring up them 30-inch
parade.
rims.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Models.
Have a float contest.
The donks and stuff.
I think we should have everything that makes us Black there.
Okay.
Which is everything.
I like that movie.
Everything.
I went to
Hair
go see the
show
Black. We
down
gotta go see the
them
Black in
things.
The
y'all.
hair show.
We need a hair show down
Yeah,
the
the
fucking
hair
parade.
show- hair
An
show
art
float.
show.
Aluminum foil.
Step
But
team.
that ain't too Black. If I see someone passing out watermelon, I'm gonna be like,
Oh yeah, don't do.
No,
don't do
nigga,
us.
we said black, not
You
slave.
pass out little bottles of cocoa butter.
What y'all do?
He said cocoa butter.
Little bottles of
That's what I
cocoa
like.
butter.
No cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter and the gift bags.
Incense.
You know what I mean?
We need incense.
They was giving out
Marissa, did you
incense.
have ideas
Hair show.
back
I
there?
like the hair show.
Hair
No,
show.
that's an idea.
What'd you say?
No, I think like to piggyback off what Lex was saying.
Yeah.
One of the most important things for kids is gonna be like if they're talking about this or if they have questions.
You get on the mic. You want to get on the mic?
You want me to sit on his lap?
Yeah, you
I'm
don't have to
weak.
necessarily.
I'll cut a slide right here. Sorry.
Damn, you fucked it up.
You look handsome. So one of the things that's good, kids are finishing the story.
Okay.
So yes, somebody did lose their life. Yes, it was chaotic. Yes, they may have lost their mom or dad during that, and they may have got trampled, but I was safe.
make sure when they're telling the story, they finish the whole thing, because that's going to be really, really, really crucial to like their healing if they're traumatized about it. Because I think even for me and him, when we were sitting in the car, like we just sat there for a second and held hands because I could feel my heartbeat was racing.
She held my hand.
And his heartbeat was racing too. So it was like until we both until my heart calmed down and through your hand I could feel yours, we not going nowhere.
Big fact.
You got to finish the whole
So
story.
if y'all not aware, she works in that field as well. So
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
My heart wasn't beating.
Okay.
Cause I wasn't scared.
Okay, got you.
She was scared.
He'll throw it.
So we wrapping up today, man. Thank you guys for speaking about y'all experiences out there and everything like that. Talking about Juneteenth, man, and talking about how beautiful the event was, man, going forward, and how we're gonna do more beautiful things, man. Tori, did you want to say?
That parade happened.
I like the parade. And the parade,
I ain't never did nothing like that, but I'm ready to have a flag. Martin Luther King.
Dude, it's an expressway.
Oh, we don't have a street?
We have a freeway.
What you think the 94 is? This is MLK.
So the fuck is.
But it ain't a street
No,
though.
niggas,
Nah,
no,
in the
niggas,
street.
Southeast Dago. Hello.
I know there's a freeway.
We
but
got to do it down Euclid.
Can we break? Can we shut down the freeway?
No, we can. You can.
You want to protest? We
I said do that motherfucker. Do it on the Coronado Bridge.
Doing on the bridge?
I don't want to do it on the
Them crackers gonna be
bridge now.
stuck.
He just don't want to go to work.
But no, really, we need to. We talk about everything. We need to put it into.
Next Juneteenth need to be in La Jolla.
Oh God.
Yeah, hold on now.
Hold up, you gonna
Hey,
get nervous.
hey,
Do the
hold
parade
on.
there.
Let me say this. There's a Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Park.
Yeah, you know that.
Skyline
It's in
Drive.
You
Skyline.
want to go to the
Man.
set, Tori? You'd like to be there?
You really want to see niggas shoot?
No.
You really want to
You
see
know,
niggas shoot?
Wait a minute now. Wait a
We
minute.
gonna go out
Worry
there
about
and
taking
peaceful.
some
Wait a minute.
corners over here.
Skyline Drive has been developed
Yep.
since then.
It's been
You mean gentrified?
Niggas live next
Ain't
to
nothing
it.
gonna happen out there.
Damn.
We're gonna have a good time. We speaking positivity.
We black.
about our event.
Well, y'all can go to that one. Y'all tell me how it is.
I'm black and I can go to the set.
Tori, they gonna kick you out.
I can't go to the set.
You don't want to go.
Can't go to the
They come out with a patch of her hair snatched out of shit.
It's gonna be some.
I'll have you know next year Juneteenth parade on Skyline Drive in the set.
In the set.
Meet us there. Meet us there. Don't meet us there.
That's the biddy.
Ty, what you feeling about Juneteenth? You got any plans next year? What you think we can do to make it better? Tell us what we doing.
MLK Park. You know what? At first, I'm on the same boat as you. I was like, yeah, I
She a
ain't
piggybacker.
participating. Shut up, Juggler. I was on the same boat as you. It was like, I don't know if I can come out to support, because thinking about it, it's like there's no way you can filter it out. Like you said, there's always going to be somebody who knows somebody who's seen somebody at an event. And then it's like when you start to filter and dwindle out certain things, then it's going to get more hectic. And yeah, so I don't know if I'll be participating.
Don't let it de-nigga you.
It's not de-nigging me.
Don't let the terrorists win. Boogie, what's your thoughts about this Juneteenth thing, man?
You know me, hey, the parade, man. Let's get the
Parade
parade
is my
going,
shit.
man.
Parade,
You be in one
yeah.
place, watch the
It's a
parade
parade
go
inside my
by,
city.
you go home.
I got you.
And
we
you
got
good.
the Mayday in St. Louis, man. We do it.
Yeah, I
we
say
it
do the
like that.
parade, man.
Do a
I like
parade.
that. And we should develop a flag for it, too.
Yeah.
I heard it was one and
We
it's
should
not.
have-
Somebody said it's terrible. I swear to God.
We
That
should
hurt
better.
my spirit when I heard that.
Sometimes you don't even sleep in the thought.
Hey, somebody, if you got your phone, Google what the Juneteenth flag look like real quick,
it's
man. I
blue,
want to know what
Black,
it look
red,
like.
green, and
I don't think it is. They said it's not
blue,
even those colors
red,
for real.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably terrible.
Who made this shit up?
Who knows, man?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
blue, white,
Yeah,
red.
It's blue, right? Yeah, it's red, white, and blue.
Blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's blue, right?
yeah. It's our Independence Day.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Probably
Because it's our Independence Day.
because the Haitians freed themselves.
The Haitians free themselves. Boom.
Oh, red,
the
white, and
ones
blue with a
revolving
black fish in
away.
the middle.
With a
You
black
know what I
fish
mean?
in the middle
It's got
of that
a
thing.
Do some shit like
starburst or
that.
some kind of thing.
It got a Starburst on it.
What? do you
What?
call it, like a star?
That's racist, huh?
I don't know what it's called.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Republicans and the Democrats.
We didn't vote on
coming
that.
together.
We need a re.
Niggas love having a flag. That's what's wrong with y'all.
Let's get us a flag.
Everything gotta have a fucking
What's your
flag.
thoughts about today, babe?
Yeah,
Wrap
it
it
was
up, though.
good, man. It was a good conversation. I'm sorry
Legit.
that y'all niggas got PTSD and can't get no VA claims. I'm so sorry.
Can't get no
It just
VA
sucks,
claim.
man, because that's just what the part about it is that y'all had to go through that shit and like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Some of us joined the military, so y'all ain't got to deal with shit like that, but y'all still got to deal with shit like that, and that's sad
Yeah.
to see y'all niggas fucked up about the shit.
So you ain't fucked up at all.
No, I don't care, bro.
He said, I don't care.
I'm 100% fine. I was playing Call of Duty that night.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, I seen the kids. I went and his kids was in there playing fucking they be killing people in the
I'm putting that on my disability.
Every game ever.
the San Andreas.
Oh yeah, he was a gang member.
Yeah, they was playing all that shit. I was like, damn. They ain't feel
Well,
nothing.
something wrong with them.
Go Vu. Man, thanks for joining us today, brother. Thanks for your insight on everything. How you feel about the juneteenth situation?
I feel like I should still have another one.
Yeah.
I feel like the last 10 minutes don't define the whole thing.
There we go.
Agreed.
I agree.
I feel like I could do a parade, and at the end of the day, we talking about all this trauma, but like, the thing you're not talking about is trauma is what led to them triggers getting pulled anyway.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Got to start there.
That's deep.
Great.
We'll start there for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother, for real, man. And remain friends of the show, man. Make sure
for sure.
we collab on some stuff, man. We're back to
man, you can have me up here for something other than black shit too.
Yeah, for sure.
I seen all the fun ones. I was like, I was watching. Okay, yeah, that was fun.
I know.
He's like, I want you up here for Juneteenth. All right.
He's like, I had
2
fun.
weeks in a row.
I like talking about this.
That's the representative for the Negroes right there.
Get on here. We're talking about black people. Go get that
We
nigga.
use this space for more than this too, so keep that in mind as
I
well,
got you.
man. For real. You wanted the hookahs tonight? It's a lounge down the street. Lex, our resident mental health expert. What you got to say about this weekend?
As far as, having it in the future, I think that everyone should go because when you go out to support, you're supporting us.
Yeah.
We also can't live in fear. Like, I feel like that's super important that we're not living in fear because, like Kovu said, we can't let 5 minutes of an entire event define all of the, future future Juneteenth events. But yeah, supporting
Culture.
each other.
Yep.
You're distracting me, Tori. Oh, also this. If you hear people saying, like, black people can't have nothing or
Yeah.
anything like that, you need to correct them. We need to
Agreed.
hold each other accountable, correct ourselves, and stop spinning that narrative because, words hold a lot of weight. So when we're talking like that, that stuff comes into fruition.
What if
Yeah.
black people really can't have nothing?
I don't believe
Then
that.
that means we wouldn't have no hope and we can't
That's
do that.
bullshit, because last year we had a successful
this
Juneteenth.
Yeah, this y'all did this
Last
for how many
year was
times?
dope.
Success.
This one was
But
successful.
I want
Successful
to make
event.
sure that we talk. I want to make sure that I wasn't here for last year, but I heard it was good. Hence why I went to this year.
Right, but
nobody.
How many? What year is this one?
This
This
is
is
year
the fourth
four.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you mean?
Every year,
Like,
you know what I'm
can't.
saying? Every year was
Everything
successful.
can't be rainbows, right? I mean,
So we can't say black people can't have none. We had at least 4 shit.
at least 4 of the shit.
We had 4 shit. So
We
you
had-
know what I'm saying?
We had
So
4,
we had it.
4 and almost 3.8. I'd say something like that.
No, we had fucking 4.
We had 4.
No.
It was
For
a
sure,
great
for sure.
time. Like
Well,
no
I'll
one
tell
can
you
take
what.
that away from anybody.
I appreciate y'all coming in today, man, giving y'all thoughts, your opinions on everything that happened at the Juneteenth event. Being open, being honest, and just all as always, man, y'all raw. Y'all raw. Ain't nothing rehearsed, and everything was live. Hopefully anybody was listening, and y'all was able to get y'all opinions in as well. Lexus, if you don't mind, after this is over, can you please post those links to those places that people can go to and maybe get some help if they need it, man. So before we get out of here, I want to give a shout out to the High Angle. I want to give a shout out to In the Cut Barber Studios and Members Only Lounge and Dream Radio 619. And shout out to the Red Cup as well. Red Cup was out there, man. We had to get a shout out to Terrell, man. We gave him a give back. I seen some of they look really, really good. Shout out to Zeke, man, for getting that footage, man. We got some great footage coming your way. In the Cut Live, man. We up out of here, man. Thank y'all so much for joining us, and we'll be back next week.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
What they say, peace.
Twa twa.
Peace.
Joey, what'd you say?
What?
What'd you say to the people?
Joey.
Those who seek God in the 11th hour typically die at 10:30.